Well, I can say that pride is definitely in the way to an extent. So let me kind of explain a little bit about my specific situation. So I actually have been looking for a full time role to land in for about 2 years.
Mm.
Now, that doesn't mean I haven't been working for 2 years.
Sure.
I've done a lot of different consulting opportunities. I've done a lot of volunteer work, which are all strategies also of helping get into
Mm.
that full time career. So it's not that I'm just completely not working, but I'm missing that stability, that long term growth, the ability to take all this knowledge that I've gained and give it to an employer and make
Mm-hmm.
their environment better because I've had the opportunity to touch so many things. But going from an employee that was moving up in a corporate role to opening up your own company and then consulting, it's almost seems to be very challenging or hard to get into that full time role.
Well, yeah, no, it totally makes sense too because, I mean, when was the last time you have worked in corporate America?
In corporate America,
Yeah.
probably back when I was at Blue Cross. Now I've consulted with corporate America
Sure.
since then, but not. It's different when
It
you're a full time employee.
correct. Yeah, you've consulted. I mean, you've been
It was a family. My old corporate role. It was the people I knew in my family, and so when you switch to consulting, you kind of miss that too.
right.
Yeah.
How long ago was that though? Blue Cross
The
Blue
Blue
Shield?
Cross was 2015.
Okay, so yeah. So you've been out here in this world making it happen. And listen, corporate America needs to be, I think that might be part of, did you see that there might be some challenges in the resume that they're looking at that as like, oh, you haven't worked in corporate America for
It possibly
10
could
years?
be, but if you look at it in depth, it shows, where I've been at companies for like a year consulting on different
Sure.
projects or process improvement or implementations that we're doing all on the HR side. So it's still that I've been in corporate, but
But a
again, it's
different side of
different
it.
side of it.
Sure.
I have heard numerous times.
I think a more valuable side, in my opinion.
Well, it teaches you a lot. It
Uh,
teaches you how to navigate things a lot easier but then you have to apply it to that organization and their structure.
Correct. Which
So
I'm telling you, that's even more valuable. Like consulting is like being on the outside, knowing all the like being on the outside and outside of that box, but trying to figure out how to fit that square peg in the round hole once you get in there.
yeah,
Like
well,
that's challenging, right? You got to
yeah.
fit into their mold.
You have to fit into their mold, and
Yeah.
that's the funny thing is so.
Yep.
Why don't we jump into some of the challenges that we faced, or I've faced, or what people face because I have helped
Okay.
other people.
All
If
right.
that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, with that 2 years of looking for full time, what that means is that I have worked and then I haven't worked, and then I have worked and I haven't worked. So, what does that do for a person or finances? It's not good.
Yeah.
So, that's a struggle that's impacted me. It's impacted my friendships, my family, my relationships
Mm.
in every way whenever you look like you're up and down, but you're not.
Mm.
Does that make sense? Because you get a position, you're consulting, you're going to be there for a period of time, but then you're reaching out to your network 3 months later, and they're like, does this woman work? Well, yeah, you work. I'm consulting, but I'm looking for full time still, is the, same conversation. And the funny thing is, these challenges I've faced are so interesting because after 2 years of using every method I know, the ones I've taught people for years, and they work, and they actually do still work, but maybe not my old industry.
Mm.
That's what I'm learning.
So do you think that, from what I'm hearing, is that like with your own network, the perception is, because you're constantly going to that network, trying to tap in, that they're like, ugh, what does she want now?
To an extent, or they think that maybe I'm not valuable because I haven't stayed somewhere for a long time, even though, if you understand the consulting world, you're not there for a long time. But it's also, would you stay long term? Would you be comfortable in a slower moving environment if you're in a corporate role, or different things like that. But here's the real truth. I have no idea what the real challenge behind the scene is if I really think about it, or what I've heard different feedback, but here's the real crazy part. In those 2 years of applying, you know how many interviews I've had that were real?
How many?
2.
Oh, no.
And you know how I got those? My network.
Mm.
But how many interviews have I done that were trying to sell me their coaching services? Some kind of scam trying to get my information, wanting me to work commission only. redirected me to sites that they want me to do additional surveys and stuff for, just to continue to collect information. Fake jobs. I can't tell you how many times a day my phone rings to get hung up on, or how many emails I get or text messages that I get.
So you've had 2 solid interviews in 2 years with two different companies. Now let's talk about those commission only jobs. Were they legit?
No.
They
So when I
weren't.
say commission only, so I know a lot of people from my network, and I'll reach out to them. They're like, I'm not hiring right now, but if you go and sell this product, then you can get XYZ commission, and that's how you can make it out. But you can use your car and your connections and your systems and your time to take the chance for my product that I can't afford to pay you to sell.
Yeah. I got
Or be
you.
a franchise owner, by the way.
Oh yeah, that one. Golly, they hit me up on this show all the time, and I've done it. I've done a couple shows about franchises, but man, they've hit me up so many times. I'm like, I've already done that episode. Sorry, like you know what I mean?
I get a couple a day.
Like they're trying to hit me up because they want people, and it could be a good fit.
It's like the car warranty, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. No, but it could be a good fit for somebody, but again, I don't need to have that episode every time. They keep hitting me up they want to promote their business, and I'm like,
Well, because most likely they're commission only, trying to make it.
yeah. So, okay, so the 2 interviews that you've had, what I want to, I guess, focus on is they came from your network.
And they were follow-up interviews. They weren't just one interview. Every time I went almost full circle, and then something would happen at the end.
Got it.